Hold on, this camera's.
Yeah, my camera's acting goofy. I'm in my truck on my way back to the crib. It's raining here in Pittsburgh, fellas. How y'all doing?
Good, man. How are you doing?
Good. Looks like you was enjoying some fun in the sun, brother.
Yes, sir, man. Right before prep started, got to go spend a week in Puerto Rico.
Oh, that's dope.
It was much needed. It was really
Yes.
nice.
Especially before you go into prep and you start playing the Hunger Games like myself.
Yeah. Yeah. How's prep going anyways?
Honestly,
oh boy.
every year gets, I don't want to say gets easier, but more manageable.
Yeah.
It's like
You know what to expect, that's why.
yeah. But everything's going pretty good. I have no complaints. I'm nervous and scared as fuck.
All the fucking boys are in it.
Yeah, man. I mean, you know, it is what
like
it is
it.
at this point. You know, I never expected to go in and winning this. You know what I'm saying? But that's how I got into bodybuilding. Like when I did my first show, I wasn't one of those. I wasn't one of those people. I never was actually one of those people that would crown myself. You know what I'm saying? I still don't do that to this day. I remember when I won the Toronto. You know how when you're left in the middle, my coach FaceTime. He'll never FaceTime. He's like, "You're going to the O," and I'm like, "No, not yet." Like, no. I'm like, until they call my fucking name and say I won, I ain't saying it. I ain't putting it out there. You know, because I've seen that happen. So you know. But I also too was just looking at some old videos of me and Marty and Nick when we turned pro, man. And for me, I'm excited to be able to get on stage with them again. You know what I'm saying? And just to have that experience with Marty and Nick and Eric Wood. So Eric Wood is the guy I beat to turn pro, which is crazy. You know what I'm saying? And this was going to be my last year competing in the 212 anyway, because I don't want to keep sucking down trying to lose weight. I want to let my body do what it's going to do. You know? But you know, when you hear Sean Ray saying some very discouraging things about Carlos, it's kind of like, damn, bro, like, is that what bodybuilding is? You know, like to you?
No, that's what Sean Ray is.
Yeah. That's to say like shut it down because of a placement that it's not a bad placement. The kid's still learning. He's still improving. He's not even in his prime. Like to say like, nah, wrap it up, shut it down. It's just a wild statement in general.
The kid hasn't even hit a fucking stride yet.
Yeah.
I mean, because did he say that about Hottie when Hottie first started?
Right.
William Bonac.
What about
William
Rami?
Bonac first started. Yeah. Big Rami. Yeah. You know, it's like you gotta go through those growing pains, and you can't skip the struggle. You know, everybody's rise to the top isn't gonna be like,
Derek.
Yeah. It's just not gonna happen like that.
Yes. He's continues to be just disrespectful.
Yeah, when I heard him saying that made me feel like he's one of my favorite bodybuilders. Like, you know, but that made me look at him in a different light. But I'll be honest with you, when I got to meet him, he gave me that vibe of I was beneath him, and I didn't like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm always excited when I get to meet legends. You know what I'm saying? And if I feel like the energy isn't reciprocated, like when I met Kai Green, I felt that he was happy that
it's kind of like
it's kind of
like Sean Ray belittled you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it sucks when you meet people that you looked up to and they're not who they portrayed to be, or they let you down in that type of way.
Yeah. Because that's how I felt. That's why I didn't even ask for a picture, because I felt like if I asked and he told me no, I was gonna spaz the fuck out, and I just didn't even want to even go there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
I'm one of them kind of people that I don't give a fuck where I'm at if you take me there. I really don't.
yeah, yeah. Well, I'm starting prep on Saturday,
That's what's up.
so
Oh shit.
we're
How
gonna.
many weeks?
It'll be. I believe it'll be 20 weeks till Texas.
Okay. Did you start posing yet?
Oh yeah,
Good.
yep. Started posing, hitting all my posing and doing like 10 minutes on check-in days, and I'm gonna work with Sid a little bit on my posing this year because he has been seeming to get everybody right these days, and I just
Hmm.
need touch ups and just need to be put through the motions.
Yeah. Yeah.
Help hold myself accountable on my posing for sure.
Yeah. I can honestly say me starting my posing in October is made a world of a difference in how I compose right now. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I feel, I just don't feel like I'm.
Uh-oh. Oh, there he is. It just froze for 1 second. What'd you say?
No, I was just saying I feel like I'm not playing catch up. You
Yeah.
know, for the past couple of years, I never put off posing, but I wouldn't I wouldn't go through rounds. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I changed this year when it comes to my posing because I know I got to be sharp on stage. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, the ultimate goal for me is to win that Masters Olympia. You know, because if I hear it correctly, I think Kamal's coming. So, and that's going to be a hard motherfucker to beat. I ain't even
Yeah.
going to act like I'm not even going to cap and be like, oh, I could beat him. Like, if he show up, I'm gonna give it my motherfucking all. You understand
Yep.
what I'm saying? Like, period. You know, I
Is
respect the sport enough.
Brandon still in it?
Brandon Curry.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, he's doing the open then. I
Okay.
Oh,
didn't know
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
212.
Yeah, I'm doing the 212 Masters.
Didn't Kamal do the open last time he did it though?
I don't know.
I
I
could have
don't know.
sworn he did.
Um,
I
He
what
can't
was
might
that?
be
remember.
all. Do you know if he entered the open or the 212, Dougie?
Say that again.
Do you know which category he entered? Did he
No,
enter
that I
212?
don't know. I thought I don't. I know he didn't do the 212 because he would have won that shit.
Yeah.
Um,
I could have sworn he did fucking open.
he might have. He might
You
have.
might be all right then.
Yeah, I mean, and to when I got to meet him at the Olympia, let me tell you, for him to be 50 years old and look the way that he looked, I was beyond impressed.
Yeah, even like Nick has made comments even when he trained with him down in Florida.
Yeah,
He's like, dude, he's
yeah,
he's on another fucking planet.
yeah. I mean, and he's got years in. You know what I'm saying? Like that to me is also impressive that he has the amount of time in, and that's why
Yeah,
I hate. That's
you're
why I
50
hate when I
years old.
hear that, and that's why I hate when I hear people being discouraging like Sean Ray. It's like where do people get this idea of that like when you show up on the scene you're just supposed to be ready to fucking win
Yeah.
and you're supposed to win every fucking thing every time you get on stage like
Do we not understand how many good bodybuilders are out there?
especially
And
when you
like
turn pro like
Yeah.
that's
bro
the
like
thing, like especially now, especially in open too. Holy fucking open in 212 have so many limited shows. And
yep
now like Chicago not even being an option now.
yep
Yep.
Like so many people have had to turn ways and now they're going Texas, Tampa.
yep
Yeah.
All
I'm
the
gonna
more
get.
fun, all the more fun for Mike.
Oh yeah, man. All I want to do is just step on the stage with everybody this year. I just want
That's
to,
what I'm saying. Like you can't even
you
like
know.
complain. No one can
Nah.
complain at that level where you're like, I'm standing with the fucking best in the world.
Exactly. That's all I want to do. Just
and that's
figure out
how
the
I
measuring
feel
stick where I'm
that's
at.
yeah that's how I feel it's like yes we train to win we work our asses off to win but my coach even said it to me when you become a pro you just got to be honest with yourself. There are pros that are better than me, period. And if one of them or multitude of them show up at a show, just do my best and
Yeah.
don't worry about anything else. I'm
Yep.
still a pro, and I ain't like if I lose my pro card. You know,
Right.
what I'm saying?
Right.
Like you don't lose your fucking pro card. You just can decide to do another show or not.
That's it. That's it. Did you guys watch Detroit?
I
Yeah.
watched. Yeah, I watched a little bit of it. I didn't. I didn't get to see the whole thing, but I got to see the one dude pose to no music. He's a big motherfucker.
Oh yeah.
He got that. He got that fucking fire. He got that crowd amped up.
Yeah, he did. It was Ron, right? Ron
Yeah,
went
yep,
out to no
that's his
music.
name,
Yeah,
Ron.
yeah.
How tall is he?
He's got to be
6'2".
6'2". 6'2"?
Yeah.
He looks like a fucking giant.
Yeah, yeah. He's got a really pretty physique too. I mean, it's a big frame to fill out, but like everything's there. He looks good.
Yeah,
Just tall. Um, Bonac looked amazing. He looks like he's
yeah,
2019 Bonac again.
yeah.
Still, I mean, like, I love Bonac. Like, I feel like he's the old Bonac with the legs and everything like that. But, dude, I don't know what it is. It's just the whole midsection doesn't sit well with me. It's just so blocky. Everything else is fucking lights out. Don't
Yeah.
get me wrong. It's just that
No,
midsection that throws me off.
I hear you. I think it's because it's so compact because it's such a short midsection too.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
that
Yeah.
That's true.
it when you
I
get
actually, yeah, I thought that the other guy should have won.
Sass,
Yeah,
Sass, right? Sass Harati.
I liked him.
Yeah. I thought Sash should have won too. I thought he beat him almost on. I thought
Yeah.
he beat him on probably 4 or 5 poses.
Yeah.
That front fucking most muscular.
Oh
dude,
man.
yeah, it.
Yes. It's nice.
It was funny. They like Fuad was talking, and they said that they put Sass's abs on James Hollingshead's body, and they're like, dude, it looks like Mr. Olympia for the next.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Dude, because did you hear
I
what?
was really impressed with James. I thought James looked really, really good.
What did you hear his protocol the last 3 weeks?
No.
Bro, he was eating 7,000 to 10,000 calories a day.
Damn.
Wow.
And his midsection didn't blow out.
Yeah, that's
He was,
crazy.
he was having cheat meals every day for 3 weeks straight.
Shit.
Dude, if I eat 6,000 calories, my stomach's so pushed out when I go to bed.
Well, supposedly he was 255 on stage at the Arnold's.
Okay.
And he was 272 or close to 270 here.
God damn.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Good for him. I mean, it was a great look. He looked fantastic.
How tall you think James Hollingshead is?
I think he's 5'11". I think he's my height.
Okay.
5'11".
I knew I was
He's at
5,
Pittsburgh, right?
What's that?
He's at Pittsburgh, right?
Yeah, I think he's supposed to be. I know. Now, do you think Bonac's still going to do the Pittsburgh?
He said he is.
Okay.
I mean, he'll be in that 4 to 6 range probably.
Yeah.
If I was him, I'd shut it down to the Olympia.
I would too. I mean, you just won 25K.
Yeah, I would be done. I'd be like, I'll see y'all at the
Qualified.
Olympia.
Bye. See you. Done.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I don't know. I mean, like,
Because he's not beating Derek, Nick,
You're not.
or Marty.
No.
personally, I don't think he beats 4 guys. Derek, Martin, and Vito. He can't touch him.
Yeah, he's not beating those guys.
That's why I think he's in that like 5 to 6 range, because who else is there? There's like James, him, Crizzo.
Yeah, that's right. Crizzo's coming. Fuck.
Yeah.
I seen him at the Olympia. That's a big motherfucker, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you, I got to meet him in the hotel lobby, and I always just say, "Can I just shake your hand?" Like that's my way of like introducing myself to the pros. He was super cool. That motherfucker's arms, bro.
Dougie is standing with
God damn.
You realistically look at it, you're probably standing like Doug. You're going to be on the same stage as probably the top 3 guys at the Olympia this year.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep. So I'm gonna get ready for all of the memes and all of the shit that people gonna say, but I don't give a fuck.
Fuck that, dude.
Yeah, I don't
Fuck
give a
that.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
The fact that you're a 212 guy and you're
Yeah.
doing the open,
Yeah.
that fucking shows everything that you should need to show.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like you're like, fuck that. I ain't scared. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Period. And that's how I got into this game. You know.
And you know what? All those guys respect you. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
I mean,
Marty,
that's the only thing I care about is the respect of my peers.
That's
That's
it.
You know what I mean? Everybody else, I mean, when you think about it,
people are always going to talk shit no matter where you are, top or bottom in the industry.
And 9 times out of 10, the people that talk about us don't even look nowhere near as good as we look. So,
No.
Yeah.
Fucking internet trolls.
I always tell myself I will not respond to anybody if their profile's private or they don't have a profile picture.
Facts.
You're not getting a response from me.
Yeah, I'm following 5,000 people, but I only got 10 people who are following me with no pictures.
Yeah.
You suck as a bodybuilder.
Yeah. Like,
What?
okay, buddy.
Who the fuck are you?
Yeah.
So what you guys want to talk about tonight? Anybody got any topics?
Man.
This edible is just kicking in, so.
He said this edible is just kicking in. So we could go on to that. I don't know if you saw my one rant, but I hate how people who have never grown muscle are trying to teach people how to grow muscle with these weird ass clickbait exercises. And they're not being truthful with people. That shit grinds my gears, bro. Like
Yep. It's funny you say that. I was having a conversation with my buddies at the shop. Was it today or was it yesterday? We were talking about how you remember when we all started bodybuilding and we would read the shit in the magazines like Jay Cutler's bulking diet. And it was just like 5 meals a day. You're like, I don't know, 200 grams of rice, chicken, sweet potato, whatever. But we were for sure thought that's what Jay Cutler ate to get the size that he did.
Yeah.
Like nobody questioned these things and they just went about these ways. We didn't have this information overload. So it was like, okay, this guy eats 6 meals a day. They eat a lot of food to get big. That's what I do. Now, everybody and their mama knows a specific way to eat, to train, to do whatever, to get big. And then it's like a shortcut or like the pros were doing it wrong for the last 30 years. Here's what you should be doing. And they're $160.
Bruh.
The pros are doing it wrong, but they got the fucking biggest.
Exactly.
Just shut the fuck up, eat and train. That's it. Whatever works best for you, do it.
100%. 100%. Like, I don't know. These tried and true methods, like there's a reason that we do it this way. There's a reason the pros are pros.
Yes.
Like, so annoying. So fucking annoying.
It's the common sense thing. Like
it is. It's so annoying. Like I seen a video of that one dude that wears the chain with the lock on it with the blue hair. I don't even know that dude, but he has these catchphrases and sayings and shit.
I don't like him already.
And it's like he's got such a big following, and the way he explains shit, I be like, I want to say, shut the fuck up. You're $160. You're not showing anybody how to grow biceps, bro.
Yeah.
Like you're not.
Tucky, you should make a video and put you ever seen the movie Billy Madison?
Yeah.
Like, literally, the entire room is that much dumber for listening to what you just said. Fucking just cut it and then like enter right next to it. Fucking post it.
Why these kids listen? Why these kids listen to these guys though?
I don't know, dude. It's just.
Is it because like they just like who they are as a person? Is it because they like
eat
the
it up? You know what I'm saying? He's like, you got to place your elbow here, put it at a 30-degree angle, and boom. That's his thing. He says, boom.
Boom.
I feel like, bro, it's the internet now is just it's getting out of pocket.
Yeah.
and we got to do something about it.
He was fine for a while, but now it's like it's gone beyond like the Jeff Nippards, the bullshit, like just
don't get me on the science-based shit.
Stop with the science-based. This is how you bro lift. This is how you bro science. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, and then he's so. I hate to sound like a douche, but it's
Doug, what's his name?
The guy, with the blue hair. Oh, I don't know. I gotta go back on my book and find.
I was gonna say, Mike, pull him up.
He wears the blue hair. He got the blue hair. He wears like a chain with a lock, and it's literally like a one of them thick bicep chains. It's like
I'm gonna try to look. I'll look him up.
He wears to the gym.
Yeah, if you can look him up, I'll pull him up.
Hold on, I'm gonna set my stuff down on the table, and I'll tell you in just a second. Cause
blue hair.
Yeah, blue hair. Dude's name.
You know, I push back this podcast for this man Luke to make it on in time. He always be like 8:30. That works. 8:45. That works.
Luke be late all the time.
Where is he? Is he even coming on?
Hey, he said he is.
He'll come on the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, he'll come on. He'll pop on for the last 5.
Yeah. I want to find out who this kid is.
Hold on. I gotta go on my Facebook.
I want to
watch out, Dakota. Hold on. I'm about to show you.
And the thing is, dude, it's like all in my fucking it's all in the real feed and everything like that. Like, I don't even want to look at it, bro.
I'm telling you, if I didn't run my coaching through my Instagram and the few little sponsorships that I have, I wouldn't be on social media.
Yeah, I feel the same way. If I didn't use social media for my business and yeah.
I would still do the podcast and the YouTube stuff, but I wouldn't be on any of the other platforms.
Yeah.
Can't find
There's no sense.
Yeah. This shit's tiring, honestly. Like,
it really is.
I log on, I get on to Instagram in the morning, and then like Beyond Stage TV or one of those pages will post just like a new somewhat slightly negative thing that somebody said. It's just like, damn, every fucking day. Every day, bro. Like, and then I scroll through people's stories and it's always like political or like going at somebody, and I'm like, damn, like this shit's just tiring.
It is. Stop roasting everybody.
Yeah. I don't know.
No, I feel you on this shit. I mean, like, it's just getting fucking old.
Yeah.
Old really quick and annoying. And
what do you guys think the next social media platform is that's going to pop up? What do you think it will be like?
I don't know, but I'm not going to be a part of it.
Yeah. Oh, his name is DJ Sal Money.
DJ.
He's a DJ. I already don't like him.
I don't know. DJ Sal Money.
You're a DJ. Stick to that. Don't stick to fucking lifting.
Damn, he does have like.
Yeah, he's got a shit ton of followers, bro. And in the video I was talking about, he's describing how to do a bicep curl, but he's oh my god.
Can you share the screen, Mike?
Yep.
I want to see this ass. What a fucking tool.
He's got a massive following, man, and it's just insane how like.
Oh my god! Time out. Listen, scroll back up. Scroll back up. Scroll back up. This thing pisses me off. Like, I get it. You're religious, follower of Christ.
Yeah. I mean,
I get
I
it.
won't. I
I'm all
won't.
about. Listen, I believe in God.
Yeah,
I'm
but
a
I get what
religious
you
guy,
mean.
but you
I
don't need. You don't need to do this.
I
You
get
don't.
it. Yeah.
I get it.
Look, you see his prop, like his chain prop, and I tell you,
Yeah.
he wears that chain with a lock on it.
What are you doing with your fucking hair? What?
Man.
Oh my god.
Look, that's his catchphrase. Boom. That's what he said.
Boom, out of plate. Dude, that is the dumbest exercise I've ever seen anyone ever do.
Love handles.
But see,
You're
he
thickening
understands.
your obliques by doing that movement.
He understands the algorithm, and he posts a
Yeah.
lot of stuff for clicks. Like, and that's why I tell people, like, I with the exception of whenever we switch whenever we go into different phases and stuff, I lift the same fucking weights. I lift the same exercises all the time. Like, I'm not doing a bunch of different shit.
Yeah. It's the same movements, perfecting the same movements. Yeah, this guy, to be fair, he has a pretty good physique for men's physique, it looks like.
See, I didn't even know if he competed or not because I don't follow him, but sometimes he'll pop up in my search. You know what I'm saying?
I love how Mike just threw him in the men's physique category.
I
He's like,
mean,
I don't even know if he does it, but he's got a nice physique if he's a men's physique.
that's about it.
Fucking roasted.
I mean,
Man,
I'm not.
and this is just one of the
Oh, just
guys, man.
get
Like,
Yeah.
the chain, please. Like,
what?
you want to rock the blue hair, one thing. This isn't 1980. You're not fucking in the Wu-Tang. Like,
What was you doing?
Oh shit. Oh, hold up.
What you found?
I think Luke's trying to join, but I can't minimize this little thing.
oh shit.
Hold
Kick
up,
him out.
Luke.
Tell him the show's over.
Stop screen. Oh no, it's mine. Where'd he go? Nah, he wasn't there. I'll bring the
He
screen.
was there and not there.
No, I don't know, bro. I'm trying. There was
I'm trying.
there was another little box down there, and I tried to press it, but it was just a presentation box. They switched up the whole. They switched up the whole look of like the control board for the podcast thing. It all looks different now. So,
Okay.
yeah, bro. The whole influencer knowing more than the professional is a crazy thing.
Yeah,
And
I'm not an influencer. Don't even call me that. I don't even like that shit.
I hate that term as well.
Yeah, but you know what, Dougie? You're actually like, I wouldn't categorize you as an influencer. You fucking, but you're good at the knowledgeable information that you tell
He's a
people.
teacher. Yeah, he's a teacher.
You're a teacher. You're not an influencer. Like
Sure.
that.
I appreciate
I
it.
will. Like, there's most people. You listen, like you'll listen to the first like 10 seconds and be like, "Fuck this," and I don't listen to it. Get by. But like when Dougie actually, like me and Mike have had this conversation, even off the podcast, Doug. Like when you talk, people listen.
I appreciate it.
For sure.
I appreciate it,
You
man.
have knowledge. You've been there. You've dealt with it. You've overcome a lot of shit.
Mm-hmm.
In the way you speak, it like demands like your attention. It demands people's attention.
Thank you.
Well spoken, all of that. Like,
thank you. Coming from you guys means a lot, and that's another. That's another thing I want to touch on, because you know how I love getting compliments from everybody, but when I get compliments from guys who do what I do, it holds more weight and more value. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like you, Brendan, giving me a critique, I'll listen to you. But a motherfucker who's a $160, shut the fuck up. You can't say nothing to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I appreciate those compliments from you guys, man, because I respect you guys the same way. You know what I mean? Like, we know what it takes to do what we do, and we make it look easy to a lot of people. So a lot of people feel like they can do what we do, but it's like you don't realize what all really goes into this. Bodybuilding is 24/7.
Forever.
Fact.
For a long time. I the conversation I keep having with people, because I'm trying to work up the amount of clients that I can handle, and so I'm taking on a few more now. And I've had prospects reach out, but I think it's really hard to relay the idea and the concept that, like, if you want to do this at a high level, like, you got to be ready to lock in for like a decade.
Yep.
Like, and there's no you're gonna be good in 2 years. There's no you're gonna be good in 3 years.
But that's
It's
how
like,
easy we make it look to people.
yeah,
You know, like, you know how many dudes that the past 10 years, because they saw me do a show. Oh, I'm gonna do a show. I'm gonna do a show. And then I'm gonna win my first show. And it's like, okay.
You got no clue.
yeah.
But they still haven't done a show. It's 10 fucking years later.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'll do it. Don't worry. I'm coming. Okay.
Or like when somebody's like, man, like, I had a kid come into the store yesterday and he's like, damn, bro, like, I'm trying to get like you. And like, obviously we hear that shit always. And he's like, I'm trying to get big. I want to get like you. How long you been? I said, 12 years.
Mm-hmm.
Consistent every day for 12 years. He said, 12 years?
Yep.
I ain't got no time for that shit.
And I was like, yeah, bro, it took me 12 years to look like what you see in front of you. It didn't take me 3 years. I didn't start this 5 years ago. This was 12 years of being 99% perfect.
Yep.
Like,
people don't get that.
Time. It just takes time.
People don't get that. They don't want to put up the time, the dedication. But the thing is, too, is like, aside PEDs, like, you're changing your lifestyle. Like, once me, you, Doug, like Luke, like all the guys on the pod, Chris, like, once we're done with bodybuilding, it doesn't mean we're gonna stop working out.
Yeah, no,
or stop living the lifestyle.
Yeah, we just won't compete. Yeah, we just won't compete.
We might not do all that's required when it comes to the PED use. But guess what? We're still going to go to the gym every day. We're still going to eat the same way. We're still going to train the same way because that's the way we're fucking built. It's a lifestyle. It's not like something that we just are going to drop on a hatch. Like, that's what people don't get.
Yeah.
When you're adopting bodybuilding, you're adopting a lifestyle from there on out.
Yeah. And I wish that people would just have more of a respect and appreciation for bodybuilding. You know, it's such a taboo sport, you know, and we have our own bubble. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're not of the fitness world, of the bodybuilding world, you really have no clue or no understanding of it, you know. Because I used to be ignorant to it. You know, a lot of people look at us and they think we're gay. They think we're self-centered.
You're wearing a banana hammock up there with all the guys.
You know, it's like people think all of these things, but we're regular people. We just found our niche in something that we like to do, and we're not afraid to get half naked to let people evaluate our bodies because that's what we train for. You know, there used to be a time where I was afraid to take my shirt off. You couldn't get me to take my fucking shirt off. You know, so now I'll take my shirt off any motherfucking way, and it's a good fucking feeling. But that don't make me self-centered. That don't make me arrogant, and it definitely don't make me gay. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I don't have nothing against gay people. You know what I'm saying? I don't have nothing against anybody's sexuality or preference or whatever. You know, but you know, I just hate how a lot of people just don't have respect for the sport. And then that part, like, bodybuilding is not a sport. All right, it's not football, it's not basketball, but you can't do what we do, how we do it, as long as we do it.
Motherfucker is a 24/7 fucking job.
Yeah.
It's not a half day. It's not 4 quarters.
Yeah.
It's not fucking 3 periods.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
The light switch has to be fucking on 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
You got to eat right, sleep right, train right, recover right. If you're not doing all that shit, guess what?
Yeah.
Your progression's going right out the window. I hate to say it.
Because think about it. I always tell people, I broke it down for people, I think it was last week or something. What makes bodybuilding difficult is having the goal that you need to hit with every exercise when you go into the gym, right? Because we do the same movements. So if last week, if I did my deficits at 405 and I got 10 and I struggled to get that 10, the next week I got to get more than 10.
Yep.
And I'm like, fuck, it was hard as fuck last week. Now I got to try to do this shit again and get more. Then I got to come back next week and then I got to add more weight because now I hit my rep count. Now I got to add more weight and then I got to try to get back to fucking 12.
Exactly.
That shit's not fucking easy. That's why everybody can't do what we do.
Yep.
It's easy to go in the gym and just, I'm a bench press today. I'm going to do what I did last week. You know what I'm saying? It's like, no, that ain't our game. Motherfucker.
Yeah.
If I'm still doing what I did last week, 2-3 weeks ago, I ain't making no fucking progress.
Thanks.
I like how we're talking to Dougie in a still shot right now.
I know.
Dougie's in a still shot.
I went in my back room because my family was freaking loud.
You're frozen on the friggin' screen.
That's crazy.
But we can still hear your audio.
Yeah.
It'd be my damn service back here.
It's funny as hell.
My service is ridiculous back
there. We go.
Back.
I tell people too, like, I don't know the last time I celebrated my birthday. 2020, maybe.
Yeah.
Because my birthdays always seems to fall in during prep.
Mm-hmm.
So those are other things that you have to give. Like, you might have to give up eating on Thanksgiving and Christmas.
I had to do that.
Yeah,
the year I made it to the Olympia. What?
Yep. Done it several times.
And my house is the house for Thanksgiving.
Damn.
So everybody's at my house.
That's the worst.
You're not gonna eat, Doug? No, bitch. I'm not gonna eat because I can't fucking eat.
Yeah.
No, bitch.
Mad as hell. Like, you think I don't want to motherfucking eat? You fucking I want to eat.
No. If I go to fucking Pittsburgh, I'm getting a fucking shirt made in honor of Doug.
That's cool.
Yeah, because dude, that the episode that you weren't here, and I did that thing at the end, and I clipped it and I put it up.
Mm-hmm.
Your boy Ty messaged me and he goes, "Bro, that was the funniest thing I've ever fucking seen."
Ty, that's my guy.
Yeah, Ty and Seth are pretty tight, huh?
Yeah, man. You want to hear a funny story? So I met Ty. I still have old videos of Ty when he first came to me to work with posing and all that stuff. He was a real big fan of Seth. And I met his mom. His mom had came in and gave me a letter that she wanted me to give to Seth. And he's a really good kid. So when I got to meet him, I took a liking to him, and he had lived in another part of Pennsylvania, but he wanted to move here to Pittsburgh. And I told him, don't be scared. You know what I'm saying? Like, take that leap. And you never know what's going to happen. And sure enough, he took that leap. He ended up getting a job with Action Sledge, worked his way up, became a sponsored athlete with Action Sledge and All-American. And now him and Seth are like really good friends. Like, it was dope to watch that happen because I saw it and that he was somebody who really wanted it. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, we've had a couple conversations.
I love him, man. I love his passion. I love his character. He's a great kid. You know what I'm saying? And I see a lot of big things for him in the future.
I think he exemplifies the whole hardworking motherfucker. Like,
yes, he does.
He does it, man. He's like,
and I love to train with him because he's like he's just a ball of energy. And because he's young, he's sparky. You know what I'm saying? So when I get to train with him, I just feed off of it. You know what I'm saying? But it's cool to have watched him literally from the beginning. Like when I met him, he didn't look nothing like he looks like right now. You know what I'm saying? And we used to always have conversations about a lot of stuff that, like, certain people from his hometown would say. You know how people project their fears onto you, and they say, they try to make you second guess yourself, but it's like you got to live your life for yourself. I'd rather try and fail than wonder what if. And I remember telling him that. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to think back 10 years from now, what if I had tried? No, fuck that. Go for that. You know what I'm saying? I can live with trying and things not happen the way I expect them. At least I tried it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't want to be on my deathbed. I don't want to be in an old folks' home, like wondering, like, what could have happened had I tried. You know what I mean? So to see him where he's at right now and what he's doing in bodybuilding, it's phenomenal, man. I love him forever, man. Like, he's just a good kid, and he does anything he ever need from me. I got him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's good. He's a good dude.
Yeah.
That's a I mean, just that alone's a good point though, like about life, but about bodybuilding. I think all the time, I have those times when I'm like, man, how much longer do I want to do this? Like, how
Mm-hmm.
much more life do I want to put into this?
Mm-hmm.
And then I always have that reoccurring thought, like, Mike, there's gonna be a time when you're 50 and you're
Mm-hmm.
gonna be like, no, I could have pushed it then, and I could
Yep.
have I could have done more, and
Yep.
I can't do it now because I'm 50 years old, but I
Yep.
could have done it then. And I
Yep.
don't want those thoughts at all. Like
Yep.
that's a scary thought. I mean, you don't think about that when you're 20, but when you get into your 30s and your late 30s and early 40s, you start to think about that. And it's like,
I'll tell you one thing right now. That shit's been going hardcore in my mind. I've had conversations with you, Mike, over the last
yeah,
week. And I'm telling you right now, that shit's been fucking transpiring into my brain the last like 2
yeah,
weeks.
Yeah,
yeah,
because it's hard what we do the older we get. You know what I'm saying? It don't get easier the older we get. It's like I listen, I have those same thoughts. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how I'm surprised I've been doing this for 10 years. I can't believe it. I know bodybuilders that were way better than me, like not personally, but when I first started bodybuilding, they're nowhere to be found. They are no
100%.
longer bodybuilding. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? Like the longevity of it isn't realistic for a lot of people. You know what I'm
yeah,
No.
saying? Like I know guys that have been chasing their pro course since before I started,
yep, yep.
and they're still trying to get there. And it's like it doesn't happen for everybody just quick like that. You know what I'm saying? Some people got to really grind and stay on that grind and stay dedicated as long as you can. Because you're right, at some point we won't be able to do this anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Your body's gonna stop responding.
Yep.
That's when
It's
you
just gonna be a
start.
memory.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's gonna be a memory.
Yep.
Like, I have those days when I wake up and I think about like the prime years of my basketball, and it's a weird thought to be like, you'll never be that again. Even if I wanted to go back and like lose all this
Yep.
weight and play ball, I'm never gonna be the player I was when I was 19. Like,
No.
that's just gone. It's just gone forever though.
No, you're right. Because I think about that too with me in terms of football.
Yeah.
Growing up in Pittsburgh, that was every kid that grows up in Pittsburgh wants to be a football player. The amount of people that come out of Western Pennsylvania and be professional football players is insane. You know what I'm saying? And that what you just said just gave me more motivation at this Pittsburgh show because there's gonna come a time where I'm not gonna be able to do this anymore, and I want to have those memories of being able to
Mhm.
be able to. The last time I was able to compete in my hometown, I was an amateur. Now they're having a professional bodybuilding show that I can do. I'm doing that. I don't give a fuck. You know what I
I
mean?
agree.
Just to say I did it, I got pictures, you know, and then going with my life. You know what I'm saying? That's going to be something that I'll be able to tell my grandkids. I
Yeah.
got on stage as a pro, was an amateur with Nick Walker, and as a pro. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Like to me, that's sentimental value stuff that I'm a cherish,
Yep.
forever. So thank you, Mike, for just giving me some more motivation for that, man, because
Yes, sir.
we are getting up there in age, you know what I'm saying? But that's not to say that we can't achieve anything. Shoot, Sean Roden won out Olympia at 47.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just a matter of, are things going to still continue to work in our favor in the longevity aspect of it? Because like I say, shit, sometimes people get GI issues, other medical issues. My homie Jeremy Potvin just released on social media this last week. I think he had,
the cancer.
yeah, liver cancer.
Damn.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's like everybody's life is different. And for me to be in my 10th year of bodybuilding, the Pittsburgh will be my 13th bodybuilding competition ever. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know I ain't got too much left in the tank, but what I got left in the tank, I'm gonna give it my all. You know what I'm saying? And
Sure.
then to be able to have an opportunity to go to Japan, take my family to Japan, compete in the Masters Olympia. So I've competed in the regular Olympia, then the Masters Olympia. You know what I'm saying? Like, now I won't ever be a Mr. Olympia or anything like that, but I can definitely say I put my stamp in the game, especially coming from Pittsburgh. You
That's
know?
right. That's right. It's about leaving your own personal legacy and
Mhm,
what you want that to look like.
mhm,
I think we all have different versions of how we want to be remembered in our little own piece of the sport. I know I definitely have mine.
mhm,
And like mine is based on kind of kicking the door down for people from Maine in
mhm.
showing that we can come from the state that never produces anybody besides Cooper Flag. Besides Cooper Flag. We got Coop. But
Yeah, I got
besides
two.
that, but
He's
like
funny though. That
yeah,
boy's a dog. I'm tweaking to see that them against Houston, because Houston's a good team too. You know what I'm
Houston's great.
saying? That's
Bro,
gonna be a good
I'm
Final Four.
hearing I'm hearing from the grapevine that the Celtics are willing to do anything to get their
I
Anthony.
heard this rumor. I do not believe the Jalen Brown releasing. We just signed him to what $300 million contract.
Would you give him up for Cooper?
Absolutely not.
Man,
What
wouldn't
about
be
Porzingis or Drew
surprised.
Holiday?
You
What
do
about
not.
Porzingis or Drew Holiday?
This is my thing. You do not dismantle a championship team for an unproven rookie.
True.
Even if it's Cooper Cup.
Yeah, eh, yeah. No, no.
Yeah, yeah.
But no, I truly don't think you can dismantle a championship team, especially where a younger championship team besides Al Horford. I don't think you dismantle that for an Hey, listen, I know Coop can ball,
Hmm.
but
He's
we
from
see it.
Maine, Mike.
We
God
see
damn
it.
it.
I'm just being a realist. We see it time after time, guys that make it to the league,
Yeah.
and
Shit
You
the
have
bed.
to see if he can make it at that level. No, you're
he
right.
I
makes
I
it
hate to
agree.
say it, Zion Williams.
100%.
Yeah,
We
Bro,
see
he's a fucking baller when he's on the court, but the motherfucker cannot stay on the court.
yeah,
it. How many top prospects do we see throughout the
yeah,
last 30 years that just don't pan out?
yeah.
And and it's not even pan out. Like he could have a great NBA career and be a 15-10 guy, and that's a great career.
So, and think
Okay,
about this.
let's
Did you
let's talk
hear?
about how the
Go ahead.
Celtics ended up with Jason Tatum over
Yeah.
What's
Markey
that?
Fultz.
What's that?
That Jason Tatum Fultz like
Oh,
pick.
yeah. Yeah,
Like,
exactly. Exactly.
tell me how you didn't fucking nail that.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. That happens, and that's what makes, especially basketball, such a skill-driven sport. Like, that is a skill. And I've had buddies that have played at that level, and they all say it's hard to get minutes. Like, unless you're the man, You don't get those minutes, and if you do get minutes, you're considered to have a role. You know, so let's say you get 5 minutes and they don't want you shooting the ball in those 5 minutes, but you shoot the ball, you're burnt now. Like they won't put you back in the game. They say that's how the NBA works in regards to that. So you're right. You just don't really know if somebody is, regardless of how good they are in college, will that translate into the NBA? You know, because we see it all the time. You know, Kwame Brown. People say he's a bust, but in his mind, he's like, I played 14 years. I moved my mom out the hood, and I took care of my family. And when he said that, he put a lot of things in perspective for me. He didn't become the player that he was expected to be, but he still had a long career, made a lot of money, and, you know, is still doing well off more than some other people.
That's facts.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, who are we to say who's the bust and who's not? You know what I'm saying? Like, especially like at the NFL, remember RG3?
Yeah.
Remember when he got injured? He was just done after that.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
He's a great analyst now, but fucking man.
It's
he had his time and now he's done.
Yeah, it's analysts love to measure a career success by your victories or what you average, but you know, at the end of the day, if you make it there and you make a career out of it, who, like you said, Doug, who are we to judge if that was a good career or not?
Yeah.
You know?
Because it's all personal.
Yeah, based upon how much money you make, I don't think that should be fucking. No, I don't think that should be any part of it, because some guys are more happy, and like I can't remember. There was actually maybe it was Jackson Profar. He said it really good in an article the other day. He just re-signed, I think, with the Padres for 9 years, 172 million. And he goes, I know I could have gotten more money, but it's not about that. I know that I'm also not a $700 million player a year, but I know that $700 million player doesn't deserve all of it, even though he got all of it. He goes, it's more about being there for the team, being there in the atmosphere, them wanting me to be there, and me being able to take care of my family.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And think about the legends in every sport who don't win championships, and people say that validates or discredits their legacy. And it's like, when I hear people say that, I say, you don't know how hard it is to win one fucking championship. And most people don't even sniff the fucking playoffs and as a professional athlete, let alone be able to win one fucking championship. You know, like Carmelo.
We could name some legends that never even got a championship.
100%.
So it's like, does it matter? Yeah, you want to win, right? And you can sort of validate your career off of that, but at the same time, I don't think that discredits you if you didn't win a championship. Because for me, I've won championships, I've lost championships, and they're hard as fuck to just get there.
Yep, that's a fact.
At any level. You know, when I was in high school, my senior year, we went undefeated. We weren't even supposed to be undefeated. We was ranked in the country. I don't know if you guys remember Central Bucks West. They was out by Philly. They was on ESPN. They had lost a game in 10 fucking years. There was also a team from California that hadn't lost a game in like 10 years. And I remember we won our Whitfield championship game. Right? We played at Heinz Field that year, but we lost the state championship. Let me tell you, that still stings. 20 plus years later. Mm-hmm. That one game we needed, we came up short.
Yep.
And we would have been the first team in my school history to win a state championship. You know what I'm saying? And my school still hasn't won a state championship. We got a ton of whipping championships, but no state. And I hate when people say stuff like, "Oh, he didn't win, so he wasn't good." It's like, what the fuck? What
Yeah,
did you win?
yeah, yeah. It's a fact. I think Cedric was the one that said it. It's in one of the videos I watched. Where he says, "Just because you don't win an Olympia, don't let people tell you that you're not a good bodybuilder."
Facts.
Like, it's the same thing. Like, you may never win a show. That doesn't mean you're not a great bodybuilder. That doesn't mean you're not an elite physique. That doesn't mean you can't bring something to the stage that's going to be memorable for other
Bro, like
people.
there's plenty of guys that didn't even go pro back in the day that had some of the best physiques you'd ever see.
Yep.
100%.
But granted that it was because the categories were only giving out one pro card and you had 10 elite bodybuilders going all at once. Like Dave Palumbo is one of those guys.
Yep, 100%.
Dave Palumbo was walking around in the offseason at 300 pounds.
Yeah.
Never won his pro card. But guess what? This guy is a legend in a fucking like Hall of Famer in my book in the industry right now. And he has so much respect out of people.
100%. And I tell my clients this, that like, don't get married to the victories. Just don't. It will emotionally drain you and you will be done.
Yeah.
If you emotionally attach everything, your successes in this sport to winning. Because winning's a great byproduct, but improvement every time should be the win. It should be the driver behind it. In my opinion, it should be the driver behind everything.
It's a fact.
You know?
If you get on stage and you're progressing and you look better than you looked before, you're doing your fucking job.
That's a win. That's a win.
You control the variables, and the variables are what is going on in your physique, and that's it. You can't control who shows up.
Nope.
You know what I mean? Like,
it's not like looking for this quote. There's a quote that says, "If you live for the applause, you'll die by the boo." You know what I'm saying? If you live for the applause, you'll die from the boos. Meaning, if you're only doing this for the applause, when people are booing you, you ain't even gonna see no point in doing it.
Yep.
And you guys always hear me say, I never got into bodybuilding for anybody else. I didn't get into it to try to please anybody or because other people were doing it. I got into it for myself. I never cared. I can still do a show to this day. I don't give a fuck if not one person come watch me.
Hey, Doug, your audio is breaking up a bit.
Hold on. That's my damn room. Can you hear me now?
It's getting better. Yep.
Yeah, sometimes my dad on I guess whenever I close my door and leave my door open, hopefully my dog don't come in here. She be trying to get all up under me. But I just was saying that I always, when I got into bodybuilding, I never got into it for anyone but myself. So I never care if anybody comes to watch me. You know what I'm saying? Like I can do a show and nobody can come and watch me, and I'm not gonna be like, why didn't y'all come and see me show? Even my wife, like I don't care if my wife don't come, bro. My kids, because I do this for me. You know, I never got into it for any external reason, and I never even expected anything that I ever got in bodybuilding in the first place. You know, I didn't start bodybuilding because I wanted to turn pro. I just wanted to look like I belong on stage. That's still my goal to this day.
It's hard to tell the younger generation that, because like you said, Doug, everything's so magnified on social media and the 1-2 show pros and just all this, and like telling the younger generation, like, if you just love doing it, like I just blindly chased the love of doing this. Yep. And it eventually got me a pro card.
Yep.
I never wanted a pro, not that I never wanted a pro card, but I never had a goal. There was never it was just the goal to completely be obsessed with this and just to do it to the best of my ability as long as I can.
And Mike, I remember vividly when I was talking to you, and this is like, I don't know, a little over it was like a year and a half ago, when you were like, dude, I just need to step away. I'm not in love with it anymore.
Yeah.
I need to re-fall in love with it. And that's exactly what you did.
Yep.
You stepped away for a couple months. You didn't know if you wanted to pursue it anymore. You wanted to just like see what life was all about. And then all of a sudden you're like, I fucking miss it. Now I'm going to get back into it because I miss it and I want to do it. And nothing else is going to fucking stop me from here on out.
100%.
Yeah,
sometimes you need to do that.
Yeah, because I think the trick is that sometimes we, because it's happened to all of us, we kind of allow bodybuilding to overconsume our lives. It is 24/7, but it shouldn't overconsume everything in your life. You know, you should have other hobbies, like you also go fishing. You know what I'm saying? Like you have something else outside of bodybuilding that you do to kind of keep you in an even kill. You know, and that's the same thing with me. Like I have a women's kickball team, you know, and I started that because I wanted to have something to do with my wife. You know,
I love it. I love this.
Listen, bro. Listen, think about it. Women, especially my wife, my kids are athletes. Me and my wife have been together damn near since high school. So she's always been very, very supportive of me, the kids. She's ripping and running around supporting us. So now we got something to support her. Show up and, you know, and be there to cheer her on. You know what I'm saying? It was funny because at first she didn't even like the idea. She was like, I'm not fucking playing kickball. You know what I'm saying? But this is 4th year and she loves it now. You know what I'm saying? Because we have become a society. We get old. We think we're supposed to just get a job and work until we die. It's like, no, that ain't life to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should have a hobby. You should have things that you do outside of work so that, you know, life isn't boring. Traveling, you know, that's the one aspect that I really loved about bodybuilding is I would have opportunity to travel and compete.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, motherfuckers would have no clue if you looked at Mike and thought that he loved fishing and that you were about the kickball life.
Yeah, you know, but it's like even my coach used to tell me that, like don't let bodybuilding overconsume your life, Doug. Like have other things going on. And I remember when I was down at the Atlanta talking to Bo Lewis, shout out my brother Bo. He has other hobbies that he does. You know, he's like bodybuilding is like my 4th hobby that I do. You know what I'm saying? It's just something that I like doing it. I'm passionate about it, but it doesn't make me or break me. You know, like if I lose, I don't want to hang myself and just, you know, throw it all away. It's like, no, I just got to get better, fix this, fix that, keep going. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm gonna keep going back to. I couldn't believe what Sean Ray said about Carlos, man. Like,
I know.
I'm so turned off by him.
What right you have to fucking say that?
Yeah, to me, he's just an asshole.
He's an asshole. It's crazy.
Like, don't get me wrong. Like, everyone's entitled to their own opinion, but to make that kind of an opinion upon somebody who's trying to make a future out of it, like, you don't even fucking know Carlos from your ass, from your elbow. Like, just and anything that he's going through in his life, whether it's personal or not, you have no fucking clue. And that could have been affecting where's his placing.
I hope Carlos heard that. And when he wins, I hope he tells Sean Ray to suck his dick.
Yeah,
I hope he does. Because I would. And I would walk right up to him and say it to his face.
Yep. That's a fact. Like, Carlos is one of the best physiques we've ever seen in bodybuilding.
Yeah.
And he's done 2 pro shows.
You should quit.
And he should,
I think you should take off your fucking sunglasses.
Yeah, it's like, what the fuck, bro? Like,
it's crazy.
Yeah.
3 pro shows, whatever. But, like, man, I don't know. It's just, there's so many things wrong with that statement and that mindset. And to be a legend and supposedly trying to improve the sport and be positive for the next generation. It's just Sean Ray's not that. Fuck Sean
No.
Ray,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah, I have to second that.
He
I'm
can
not a
suck a
fan of
dick.
I'm not a fan of him anymore. I didn't like that. I just feel like there's no place for it in the sport. I feel like we're supposed to be encouraging. Like it's okay to critique. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think there's anything wrong with that, but to just say somebody should retire and quit,
Yeah.
it's like who the fuck are you?
Yep.
He has no
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
to.
But I don't know, boys. It's 10 o'clock. I'm trying.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to get my sleep schedule back a little earlier going into this prep.
Yeah. I stayed up late this time because it's been a while. I'm normally sleep by now, but I stayed
Yeah.
up late because I missed chopping it up with you guys, man. I had to jump on here.
Maybe we should pick another day that like is a little earlier. I don't know if any other times work for people.
Yeah,
What about
so
weekend?
I want to get Marty on.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna reach out to Marty and see what we could do.
What about
together.
like Sunday nights?
I'm cool.
I
But
could-
Sunday's a
I-
free day for me.
I can do Sundays for sure.
We should do like a Sunday. We should start doing Sunday nights. I think like everyone would probably be available if we did it Sunday nights.
Okay. I mean,
We could
that
just
works.
like throw it out in the group chat and see what everyone says.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. And I'm gonna hit Marty.
Because I
up so
feel
can
like
get him
Doug's
on.
you're getting close to Pittsburgh. Mike, you're
Yeah.
just starting prep. Luke's going to be starting prep soon too. So it's like
Mhm.
probably a weekend thing would be better. That way it doesn't fuck up your shit during the week. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
once you make that decision, just let me know, and then I'll reach out to Marty and see when we can get him on.
Yeah.
Hell
That'd
yeah.
That'd be great if you could get Marty on.
Oh yeah,
I'll try not.
that guy, bro.
I'll try not to fanboy.
Man, listen, let me tell you, I do it. I don't give a fuck. Ain't no shame in my game. I'm a fan of the sport because I know how hard it is. And remember, I told you when I first met him, I did this. I walked over to him. I said, I just want to shake your hand. I'm a fan,
Yeah.
dog. He was like,
Bro, he looked
does
fucking nuts. He looked nuts at Detroit.
Yes.
Yeah, he did.
Yes.
Yeah, he did.
So
He
look,
held
his
I
hand
got
against
his picture. Got his picture on the wall up there. Can you see it?
I'll tell you, Marty was one of the driving factors that helped me turn pro, though, because I competed against him in North Americans 2019.
Yeah.
And he was first call outs, and I was second call outs. And I remember seeing his physique and thinking it was very stand out.
Yeah.
And I remember when first call outs was stand on the side and they were going to bring him back off, and second call outs were coming off. I remember walking off the stage and making eye contact with him and being like, man, this younger kid is so goddamn good. He's gonna become a fucking pro.
I was
And then
praying.
I really like his attitude now.
I was praying he wasn't a light heavy.
Yeah.
I was praying.
Yeah,
I'm like, if he's a light heavy, it's over for me. I was already. Nope, but he was a heavy.
and then watching him just improve since 2019 was like every year he just got better and better and better.
Yeah,
and
I
now
mean,
he's
and a lot of people don't know a lot of stuff that he's been through over these past couple of years, like personal shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like, that's why, like, for me, I'm so happy for him because he's somebody who could have quit and wouldn't be where he's at right now. That's why I won't ever discourage nobody in this sport. I won't ever do that. I won't ever be that old bitter dude to just be like, oh, you didn't look good. Oh, you didn't win. I will not ever be that because to me, that's disrespect to the sport. We see so many guys that stick to the code and have that longevity and eventually those wins. Like look at James Hollingshead. If you ask me, man, you know, he's been doing this a long time too. He don't win every fucking time he competes.
yeah.
He has the best attitude though.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, and
He's
he's
holding that third place trophy up like he had just won the fucking Olympia. Like
As he should.
that's what I love about guys like James.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. Yep.
At the end of the day, like you got, like we've been saying, they're guys who are always going to win. They're just the best.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of the time, you're just showing up to be your best self and trying to win.
Yep.
That's it.
Yep.
And there's no shame in that. You should be proud of that, and that's a fucking win.
Facts.
I agree. Totally
That's-
agree.
That's bodybuilding.
Facts.
True.
Yeah,
Facts.
but
Now that's a bet.
Okay.
So just let me know, man. I'll holler at Marty. We'll get him on.
yes, sir.
Sounds good, boys.
All
All
right.
right, fellas. You guys enjoy your night.
Yes,
You
sir.
too.
You
All right.
too.